Well, we are in month 2 of the government shutdown, and every time there's a shutdown, there is a big messaging war that's going on right now with both sides trying to convince the public that they are innocent in all this and that it's the other side that's keeping the government shut down. Mike Johnson has been out there saying that the Republicans voted to open the government and the Democrats voted to close it. That is not true. It's deceptive at best, but it's just not the way things work. Neither side voted to close down the government. The government closes down when Congress fails to pass a funding bill to keep it open, and that's what's happened here. In the House, there were a couple of different bills. There was the Clean CR put forward by the Republicans, which keeps the government funded at the same level set in the One Big Beautiful Bill Act that was passed recently along party lines. And the Democrats had put forward a bill that also funded the government, but it also extended the ACA subsidies to protect people's health care. So that's where the rub is. The bill got through the House that's controlled by Republicans. It went to the Senate. In the Senate, they need 60 votes to pass it, and the Democrats won't vote for it because it doesn't address the ACA subsidies. And President Trump has told the Republicans not to negotiate. There seems to be, maybe there is some discussion going on in the background, but publicly they're not showing any signs of really negotiating. So what about those subsidies? Estimates vary, but basically what we're saying is if those subsidies expire, which they are right now, and letters are already going out to recipients of health care coverage that get it through the marketplace, the healthcare costs for those folks, which there's more than 20 million of them, will approximately double. Now, it varies depending on individual circumstances, but the estimates are that healthcare coverage will essentially double for more than 20 million people. And there will be another 4 million people plus that will lose their health insurance. Now, there are ripple effects here, too, so it's not just the health coverage itself. There are other things that come into play, the effect on the workforce as people have to go without insurance, and so the population is sicker. We have increased rate of death. There's other things involved here. Plus, if people have to pay more for their health care, then there's less money available to go into other things, to buy food, to buy other things in the marketplace. So it has an adverse effect on the economy as well. So that's kind of where we're at. Now, I also want to address one other claim from the Republican side that has been out there, and that is that the Democrats are holding out because they want free health care for undocumented immigrants. Now, usually when somebody says something that's not true, it has some root in reality. Usually it's a misrepresentation of something that has some factual basis. In this case, that doesn't seem to be true. There's just nothing that I can find that indicates that Democrats want free health care for undocumented immigrants. That doesn't really even make sense. It's illegal for undocumented immigrants to go on to federally funded health care systems. They're not allowed to do it. It's not a thing. And the Democrats aren't proposing any change to that. So that claim seems to be just basically a lie. Let's call it what it is. Now, there are paths forward here. We don't see any real movement, but obviously the Democrats could vote for the Clean CR, but then that doesn't address the health care issue, and you get millions of people suffering the effects that I mentioned a moment ago. The Republicans could vote to amend the bill to include an extension of the ACA subsidies. That would have to go back to the House then, but that's a path forward. There's also the so-called nuclear option, where the Senate could remove the filibuster and then just need a simple majority to pass the bill instead of the 60 votes. They haven't been willing to do that. President Trump told them to do it. This is one of the very few times that, so far at least, that they've said no. So that leaves us at an impasse. But there are paths forward if they'll take them. Now, the Democrats are willing to negotiate. The Republicans say they'll negotiate after the bill passes, but then they don't have any incentive really to do it, and the Democrats don't trust them because of past times that they've gone back on what they've said. So we'll see where this goes, but right now real people are being hurt. God bless America.